Ok, lo primero voy a empezar como yo dando la introducción y después yo te incluyo a ti.
Entiendo. Sí, no problema.
I'm going to introduce the video and I will include you to my conversation. I'm gonna
Okay.
start asking questions.
Okay.
And
Yeah.
why are you choosing Cartagena again and again and again? What is special? What is special in
Oh
this city?
man, Cartagena is magical, man. I'm a fruit person, right? I love fruit, right? Uh, Watermelon is my favorite fruit,
My friend,
but
if you would be at guide tour in Cartagena,
mhm,
what would be what it would be that itinerary or the agenda that you organize for the people in the US?
the tables inside the water with the huts, you know what I'm saying? They bring the food out. You got the boats all around, jet skis all around, music playing.
Welcome
And
back to my YouTube channel. Today I have a special guest. I just met Frederick 1 week ago and I'm really happy for being here. My friend, thank you very much for being here. I really appreciate your time.
no problem, no problem, no problem.
Okay, my friend, first of all, I want to know what is your full name and where are you from?
My full name is Frederick Ingram. I am from Atlanta, Georgia. By way, a lot of people, when you tell them the city you're from in Georgia, they just associate it with Atlanta because it's very close to Atlanta. But directly, I'm from Gwinnett County. Uh, but we just say Atlanta when we are out of state or out of the country, so people get the idea about where we're from.
Okay, my friend, quick question. You were born and raised in Atlanta?
Yes, 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 yes. In Gwinnett
Okay.
County, yes.
And tell me a little bit about the life in that city.
Um, well, I moved around a lot. So I have stayed in the inner city in Atlanta. I've stayed in a place called Perry Homes. I stayed in High Tower. I stayed in Flat Shoals Road. Uh, and I stayed in Boulder Crest as well on the east side and Wesley Chapel too. So um, the only thing I can really tell you is I remember staying in Perry Homes, right? And me and my friends, Bookie and Adrian, we used to play down there, and they would call it the bucket of blood because that's where people would dump bodies at when they killed them. But it was an I guess it wasn't dangerous to us because we was used to it. We grew up there. You know what I'm saying? We was kids or whatever, right? So we didn't understand the dangers and the things that surrounded us, right? We just wanted to go outside and play.
Okay.
Uh, but when my cousin Dinky, he got killed on our front porch. Um, that's when we moved to another place. But back then, this was like the early '90s. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So it was so dangerous that the police wouldn't come down to the neighborhood. They had this special task force called Red Dogs, right? And they would be the ones to come down if anything happened, escort ambulances and things like that. Uh, but yeah, it was
Good memories and bad memories as well.
yeah,
Yeah.
because as a kid, all you want to do is go outside
Yeah,
and play.
yeah.
This was before cell phones and video games was just really popular. We just wanted to go outside and play. You know?
Okay. Okay, my friend, I want to go straight to the point. I want to ask you about Colombia, about your relation with Colombia, because the last conversation that we had last week, we were talking about that you were back and forth basically between the US and Colombia. And
Yeah.
why are you choosing Cartagena again and again and again? What is special? What is special in
Oh
this city?
man, Cartagena is magical, man. It's like first and foremost, I'm a fruit person, right? I love fruit, right? Uh, Watermelon is my favorite fruit. But secondly, like the food here, right? The food is unprocessed, not genetically modified. I stumbled that word, genetically, not
Yeah.
genetically modified. Um,
Natural food.
Natural food, no chemicals in it, things like that, right? And when you eat stuff like that, you start to feel the nutrients coming into your body, and you feel better. Like every time I'm here, I eat and I lose weight. I eat the same way I do in the United States, but I lose weight because the food is better, right? Um,
What else? What else? So
uh,
basically, one of the main reasons you are coming all the time to Cartagena is the food.
no, no, not the main reason, right?
Okay.
Uh, but it's one of the reasons, right? One of the
Okay.
main reasons, yeah.
Okay.
The food is natural. The fruit, y'all have all type of different kind of fruits that I've never heard of before, right? And the culture. When I found out about the Palenque tribe and what happened in the 1600s, it really, really intrigued me. So I went to the Palenque tour like 3 times just to hear the same story and over, just because I loved it, right? So history is something that I'm really big on, and Cartagena has a lot of rich history, right? If you delve into it, and a lot of people don't know, Cartagena and Venezuela used to be one country called Grand Colombia,
Yeah, yeah.
right? And a lot of people don't study history. They just come over here and just enjoy what's here and now without learning anything about the country and the culture of the people, right? Um, so when it comes to Cartagena, man, it's affordable, right? It's not too expensive. And Most of the time, people are nice. I've never ran into a really, really serious problem here in Cartagena, and I've been all the way back in Blas de Lezo,
Yeah.
right? I stayed for a week in Blas de Lezo. We went to the
You are not afraid going to different part of the city, not at all.
no,
You feel safe in this city.
yeah. I understand where you're going with that, right? And for some people, it could be um dangerous,
Yeah.
right? But I'm gonna tell you like I told my mama, right? So when my mama tell me she's worried about me, I say, Mama, don't worry about me. Worry about them. Worry about them. Because um I remember I told you I did a little bit of time, you know what I'm saying, in prison. And I was what you call a security member for my fraction of the prison group, right, which is Muslim. Um, and I know how to handle myself in situations where people may get volatile, uh, and I'm not afraid of death. It's
You're a
like
warrior.
yeah, I'm not afraid uh, to die because I know I can't stop it. Right?
Okay.
It's gonna happen wherever God says it's gonna happen. At. When God decrees for you to die, you can't stop it, right? But if He doesn't want it to happen, it will not happen, right? It could be 10 men jump through this window to try to push me and you out right now, right? If God didn't want them 10 men to push us out the window, we would throw every single one of them out the window before we went because God wanted it that way, right? So, um, and then you get a better understanding of how not only the culture but the country is, because in America, for instance, right, you have this restaurant down here, right?
Yeah.
You may have a waitress who works for her boss and he pays her wages, and her boss says, "Come give me a kiss or you're fired," right? Down there, if she don't give him the kiss, she's fired. There's nothing she can do, right? In America, she'll sue that boss and take over that restaurant. That'll be her restaurant. So I understand that the government doesn't create uh, equal opportunities and stability for the citizens to be able to thrive in certain situations. So I will always like to go and see how people are really living despite the tourist areas where a lot of rich people put their money at to make it look beautiful, right? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
When you get that idea, you will understand why you see people who always need help, right? Or why you have a friend who may always need a little bit of support because they need to make it into the next day or the next month or the next year or whatever. So once you understand that, you'll understand a lot about what's going on around you as far as coming and visiting Cartagena.
Okay. Next question, my friend. What was the first impression that you had when you arrived to this city? It was what you expected, or it was totally different? You were a little bit afraid. Well, I know that you weren't afraid because you are a warrior. You
Yeah,
know how
yeah,
to defend yourself.
yeah.
But I want to know about it, about your first impression.
The first thing I thought
Yeah, yeah,
when I got off the plane,
yeah, yeah. The first impression about the city in general. It was cool. It was nice.
it was hot as hell. As soon as I got off the plane, I was sweating bullets. Like I'm talking about sweat just drenched me. You know what I'm saying? Like that's my first experience of getting off the plane. It was hot, man. I couldn't believe how hot it was. And I came like
You could
around
you
this
you could
time.
buy a raspal. You know what it is?
No,
Raspal
no, what's
is
that?
basically crushed ice with
Yeah,
flavor,
yeah,
and it's for the high temperature.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
it's, a,
yeah, yeah. Okay.
it's a good choice. It's a
Yeah,
good choice for you.
yeah.
Yeah, yeah. I just want to know what. Besides that, what was your first impression about the city in general? It was cool. It was nice. You found yourself like impressed by the architecture in the walled city, stuff like that.
Yeah. Like I said, it's rich in culture and history, right? In a lot of places, they try to erase history, especially in America, and rewrite it to make their own narratives. So um, that's one of the things that I actually liked. You know what I'm saying? Seeing the history and the culture like in your face, right? Especially like when you go to Wall City. Um, and bro, my first time was like 2 years ago. So trying to remember everything I thought, you know what I'm saying?
Don't worry, I got you.
Like,
But okay, it's really important to remark that you are talking about the history because many people they are just coming to Cartagena, but they don't know about the rich history that we have here
yeah,
in the walled city, in Boca Grande, in Getsemani.
yeah,
Is beautiful and rich history
mhm,
behind that places, and I really like that you are mentioning about it.
yeah.
Well, I want to ask you, what do you like the most about the city? What do you like the most?
The most
Yeah,
pollo empanadas.
empanadas and pollo.
Pollo empanadas. Sí.
But
Pollo empanadas and limonada de coco.
the beach, do you have a special spot here in Cartagena?
um, not really. Walla Beach Club is really nice.
Okay.
Walla Beach Club is really nice. And pretty much anywhere you go on the beach, you're gonna see uh, beautiful women all around. Fun. They got nice food, seafood. I love seafood too. Oysters, oysters on the beach, fresh oysters. People walking around with fresh oysters, and it's just a variety of things that makes this city so intoxicating that you just want to keep coming back and back and back and back and back. So it's not just one thing that you can name that is the one reason I'm coming back and back and back. It's a variety of things, right? Um, but yeah, man, I would say it's a few variables that really you latch on to when you come here. For people who come with open minds and not trying to look at it from a perspective of not trying to understand where you are or how the city is the way it is or how the people are the way they are or anything like that. You have to, you know, uh, come with an open mind, right? Be ready to learn uh, and be ready to try to understand uh, the culture and the people, right? Even though my Spanish is, un poquito, I'm working on it.
Un poquito is the same expression that all
Yeah,
the people from the US are using all the time here in the
yeah,
city.
yeah.
Well, my friend, if you would be at guide tour in Cartagena,
Hmm.
what would be what it would be that itinerary or the agenda that you organize for the people in the US?
Okay. The first thing I would do is take them around the clock tower and get some money and see those things right there, right? And then I think on the second day we would go visit Palenque,
Yeah,
go to a Palenque tour. And the third day we would go to Shoreline Island, right? Make sure it's like on a weekend, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, where it's really popping, right? And then on the fourth,
stop. Give me a second. The party in Cholon is really good and crazy,
oh
really nice.
man,
Talk a little bit more about it.
Shalom, man, it's like it's undescribable. Like you don't even see things like that. Well, I ain't never really been to Miami like that. But yeah, the way they got the tables inside the water with the huts, you know what I'm saying? They bring the food out. You got the boats all around, jet skis all around, music playing. And it's like
The vibe always is high.
yeah, it's always a fun time in so long, man.
Okay, let's continue with the agenda. What will be the next plan?
The next play, I got a friend named Chris, right, who got an ATV rides on Blue Apple Beach,
Okay.
right? The dopest ATV rides in Cartagena, hands down, right? Like when I tell you, like his trail on Blue Apple Beach, you know what Blue Apple Beach is,
Yeah.
right? His trail on Blue Apple Beach, man, you went from seeing the scenic of Cartagena, right? The ocean and the beach and stuff like that, to a little bit of wooded area, hills. Then you go through like a little farm area, seeing cows, and you ride through a neighborhood, and then you see some more, like a jungle area. Like the terrain is so different during his tour that you
Okay.
get to experience like four different things or five different things instead of just uh, riding on the beach and just riding in the middle of nowhere where you don't really see nothing but the beach and the water, right? What like a lot of tourists go, which is fun, right?
Okay.
But when it comes to ATV tours, hands down, Blue Apple Beach, my man Chris, you got to see him. You know what I'm saying?
Okay, my
Hands
friend,
down.
I'm going to close in the interview, and I wanna ask you if something that you don't feel comfortable with in the city that is
Hmm.
important for the viewers uh, listen about it.
Um, the way police pull over black people, right? I've never seen it. I've been coming here for 2 years, every 2 or 3 months, right? Um, I've never seen the police pull over a van full of white people,
Okay.
right? Um, and assume that they have anything illegal on them, right? Um, and then it's kind of like America, racial profiling, right? I just had a group of guys come over from the states around September 1st through the 7th, right? I didn't actually go with them to the club that night. I just stayed in the mansion. I wasn't feeling like going to the club. But on the way back from the club, got pulled over right around the corner from the mansion. Everybody searched. They actually tried to take their money. They took some like 100, 200,000 pesos from the guys, right? Know what I'm saying? Just police harassment and theft. But they don't do that to blancos, white people, right? They only do it to black people because they think. And we actually came to shoot a music video. We shot a music video. Shout out to May, um, Ob, Lati, Juarez, Ben, um, Mike, uh, can't forget my boy Ronimo, man. You know I got you. But yeah, man, everybody who came for the video shoot, it was a success. It was dope and stuff like that. So we came to shoot a music video. We rented a mansion, we rented a catamaran and things like that. So it's basically it's a vacation, but it's a business trip as well,
Yeah.
right? So the guys, when they go to the club at night or whatever, coming back from the club, and they just get pulled over by the police, harassed, and the police take their money, right? I've never seen the police stop white tourists ever. In 2.5 years of coming here, I've never seen it, right? But um, yeah, man, that would be something that I'm uncomfortable with, and I always try to police supposed to be someone you can feel protected by, right?
Yeah.
They have a duty to uphold and protect the citizens and the tourists, right? But when I see police here, I try to avoid them because I don't want them to take my money. It's been instances where my friends they take their passport and make them pay for it back, right? You feel me?
Yeah.
Instead of just coming to them and say, "Hey, man, I know I got this job, but I'm in a bind. I need some help. Can you help me?" Right? You never know what a person to do for you if you be honest with them and kind, right?
Okay. In your words, police is a little bit racist in this city as
Yeah,
well. It's like in the rest of the world because that happened in the rest of the world. It happened
yeah,
every city. So we have to think about it as a humans because I'm listening and hearing about that situation all the time and day by day. So we have to work as a society to stop that.
yeah.
Okay, my friends, just to finish our conversation, what else besides empanadas and pollos would you recommend the people from the US and from all over the world?
Well, it just depends on what your taste is, right? Um, for they got all different types of clubs, bars, restaurants. You definitely have to try Morena, right? The Morena right here and the Morena in the center, right? Morena is a very very good restaurant. Viva la Vida, right?
Yeah.
Viva la Vida is a very good restaurant.
You know the restaurants and you know
Yeah,
the name in
yeah,
Spanish.
yeah, man. And it just depends on what you like, as a
Yeah.
person. Like for us, Black Americans, we like hip hop music, right?
Yeah.
So we go to Pretexto, we go to
Delirium.
Delirium, Vibes, Gastro Bar.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? They play all any type of the football, basketball games, boxing that you want to see. They're gonna be playing it in Vibes Gastro Bar. So yeah, man, it just depends on where you come from and what you're into because everybody is not going to be happy with doing everything that everyone else does, right? It's solely dependent on taste and preferences and things like that. So I can suggest something, but only people who kind of identify with me
Yeah.
and where I'm from and the things that I'm into would take those suggestions and have a good time. Someone else might take those suggestions and be like, nah, this is not for me, right?
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? But those restaurants are for everybody.
Yeah. Hey, my friend, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate your
Hey
time
man,
here. I
yeah,
hope you have a good trip back to your country, but I know
yeah.
you are going to a concert in another city. Just
Uh,
keep enjoying our country, and thank you
yes.
very much.
Yes, thank you, man. Thank you for this is my first interview ever, right? Nobody ever wanted to interview me before.
Okay, my
Hey,
friend.
mama, I'm on TV. Know what I'm saying? I made it, mama. I'm doing the interview in Cartagena with my man Lewis. Lewis actually has he's the manager, right?
Yeah.
Of properties over here. So if you ever need, guest friendly tourist area property, Lewis is the man to contact. have 24-hour cleaning room service and things like that. Security is amazing. Any type of problems, they come handle them efficiently. Uh, so yeah, man, Lewis is the man to come see. Uh, through also, he manages them, but Angie is actually the what I guess what's her position? She's like the um I guess you say recruiter, Angie. Uh
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, I guess she's the recruiter or the person who advertises things like that. But my man Lewis manages them. So yeah, man. Yeah, Lewis and Angie, you got to come see them, especially for solo travelers. If you want to feel safe, you want to be in a nice place. Got restaurants all around, 24-hour McDonald's. Frisbee's got the best chicken. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Lewis is the man you contact, and make sure you use my discount code Freddie sent you. So the next time I come here, I can get a discount with my man Lewis. You feel me? All right,
Thank you
bro.
very much. See you in the next video. Bye bye.
Peace. I think that was a good interview, man.